Alright, let's see if that went up here. Connecting. Alright, it is.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
What are you missing?
He's on right here again. Let's get ready to rumble! They don't have my PA hooked up, so no music. Sorry.
All right, the first fights that we have in ring one, we have to click on the right page. All right, Kenneth Page and Neil Links are round one and ring one. Ring two is Jason Hayden, followed by Drew Zavala. And then after that, we're going to have Joe Blankenship and Andrea Johnson in ring one. And then ring two, we'll have Ethan Castle and Nick from Michigan.
All right, folks. So if you're following along with us, we're just coming back here for the elimination rounds. This is a single elimination standard bracket tournament. We've got 4 competitors from the early pools that have managed to get themselves a bye. And then we are going to, now with our wild card round, to see who's going to move up to be able to go against those guys. It's going to be a great time. We've had a great time so far. We'll have other folks stopping in to be able to talk with us, just like we had Kenny Page there stopped in last time. And let's get going. All right. So, looks like our fight on the left side is here ready to go. You've got Mr. Kenny Page there with his helmet already on. He is our hosting grandmaster, and he is excited to get going. One thing about Saber Strong, we actually have a full-on martial arts program that's based around it outside of our fighting program. Fighting program is part of it, of course, and so he is the one who's actually developed that program for use. So it's a lot of fun. He's a 5th degree black belt. And again, we know him pretty well because he's our host. That's why we're giving him a little extra airtime. Just to run this down for you, you can see on your fighters, the ones with, they do have armbands denoting which side of the score is theirs. So whether they are blue or red, we're doing fights to 10 points. After 5 points, they will switch sides, which is designed to be a honor thing. So, for example, if the sun's coming in and hitting you in the eye, well, that only happens for half the fight, and then it flips and happens for the other fighter on the other half. Let's see. Hits to the groin and jabs to the throat will not count. And also shots on the fingers do not count. However, everything else is legal. Once a point is called, we'll look around. The main judge will look around to the side judges to make sure that everyone's in agreement. If they're not, it'll be called a simul if it's a tie, or it'll just be left out without a point, or they will call a point in and then we'll be ready to go.
All right, now.
All right.
I'll be over here with you for right
Cool.
now. We'll see how this ring goes over here.
All right, so this is my friend Bobby Zavala, our reigning badass and overall champion here for Nashville.
Not today so far.
Well, he suffered a little bit, but we'll see what happens this time
Doing
around.
good. All right, so it seems like we're about ready to go. So if all the judges are good with it, all the fighters, then let's get the show on the road.
All right.
All right, so we got Drew Zavala and Jason Hayden over there.
On our right-hand screen.
And then, ooh, that looks like a point for Kenny.
Russ was glancing and Huck was good. So 1 point for. What color is he?
Red. It looked like Kenny got that point.
I thought he
but
did too.
It looked like Kenny got that point. But whatever. No, that wasn't glancing. Yeah. That. Hey, I think we're getting confused on the glancing, because if it's like clear, that's another thing. Oh, Drew got a good thrust to the chest on Jason right there.
Wow.
Drew is. No, Jason Hayden beat the crap out of me earlier, and Drew is doing really well.
So it's an interesting call over here. Jason, you said his name is that right? Cool. Isn't what Drew over here, Jason, is that right?
Yeah.
It's an interesting call not having any kind of covering on the arms at all.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Drew is. That's weird, because I thought Drew got one of those points. Okay. All right.
All right, so right now we got a 5-0 lead on your right-hand side of your screen there for red. And then over on the left, I can't see because of her Powerade bottle.
That was.
Glancing followed by a cut to the head.
That looked clean for blue. That looked clean for blue. There we go. Yeah.
Ring out. Double glancing and then followed by ring out. First ring out.
Okay.
All right, we got 7-1 over here on the right. Red leading blue. Ooh. All right. Make that 7-2.
42 there.
She's really got to move that bottle.
Okay, clean shot. Russ first. Point blue. Fight.
Tie game over on Kenny's end.
He's got some sort of
that's 9-1
hissing
over
attack.
here.
That was close. That was a good move on his part, though.
Yeah. All right. It looks like Jason Hayden and Drew just finished up
All right.
around here. Maybe if I hit start final stage, I can probably edit the scores. So now that I started the final stage, I can do Drew Zavala and Jason Hayden. Was 1 and 10. Submit scores. Saving. So Jason moves on. Drew is eliminated, unfortunately. All right, the next fight over there, we can have Joe Blankenship and Andrea Johnson. Yes, it could be over in ring 2, currently right now.
That is epic. Are we giving away any kind of award for best in show armor? We really should.
It looked like back of him.
We really should be giving something away for best in show armor.
Yeah. Kenny's the one that did this to himself.
Come on, Kenny. What's the score over there, Bobby?
7-6.
7-6 blue or 7-6 red?
7-6 red. 8-6 red.
All right, it's 8-6 red on the left there, and we're just getting started. We've got over here on the right, we've got red 1, blue 0. This is turning out to be an already interesting tournament. We've got some really talented fighters. All right, we got over here on the right, we've got 3-0 red. Our fighter in purple is red, and our fighter in brown is blue.
Next one wins.
I saw blue as well, but I'm biased, so.
I saw blue. Hey, y'all getting confused on what's glancing. Alright. I think y'all getting confused on what's glancing. Or if it had enough to do
We're counting those?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I think y'all confused about.
I thought we had to stick.
No. No, because like that, this slides off, it's so hard.
Right. 90% of stuff that you do is going to slide off one way or another.
Kenny's also good at going in and retracting.
Right.
So I was like,
Does that need to be re-fought, like from 0?
alright, but you wasn't alright, Ethan and Nick. Ring 1.
Right, over on the right here, we've gotten 8-1 red. Sorry for the delay in commentary there. We were figuring out an issue with figuring out the judging exactly the way we need it to be.
Hey, Nero. Nero. Three. So we got 10. 3. Alright, hopefully that cleared up just a little bit. And 7. Alright. So next we got Salem and Don Langley are going to be in ring 2.
All right, folks. Sorry about that. We are back. We've got some good fights happening here. Over on our right-hand side, we've got.
Don Langley and Salem.
Here we go. Bobby's got
One's
the
from
people.
Michigan, one's from Arkansas. And it looks like we have Nick, he's from Michigan, and Ethan from Kentucky over in ring 1 over on the left side. We need to really work on the glancing. All right. All right, so it looks turn 3, Nick. All right. Nick. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we got 3, 10, 7 scores. 7. All right. 7 done. We have Cumberland Dugan and Ray Smith to get ready for ring 1. Yes. All right.
What?
Got Ray Smith coming to Dugan. All right, next up we will have Brian Williams and Nick Killian. So, after this match we need to get these lawn judges separate. All right. All right, y'all ready? Yeah, whenever y'all ready.
Table ready? Quad ready? Blue fire, you ready?
Kenny kind of did this to himself.
Fair enough.
That was clearly.
All right, so over here on the right side, we got a match point. Red is up by 2, 9-7. I think they
That's
firmly cleaned
that
that
did
up.
that. All right, so that I kind of agree with that one actually. Just like she kind of ducked
Well, yeah, that's true.
that one.
That's interesting.
All right.
Carry, reclose again, blue fighter. Nice. That was a long hit. Blue.
All right, we got Cumberland Dugan and Ray Smith over on the left fighter. I think Ray is from Virginia. Cumberland's local here to Tennessee. He got that kendo background.
Good arm call. Red.
Yes, see.
Kendo's a whole different style than some of these guys that are used to fencing and other formats.
Jason Hayden is really good at centering these kind of quality hits. Like that right there, that was pretty clean from Cumberland Dugan. All right.
You got the score from over here?
All right, so 10-9 red. Salem was red. Salem was red. Okay. So Salem, that's 10. That's 9. All right. Next up, we're going to have to change out some of the line judges because we got Brian Williams and Nick Killian. And then next is going to be me and Lily, followed by Nick Palmer and Alec Martinez.
How many times has she beaten you before, Bobby? All right. So we got started a little slow here, but now we're really cooking on cooking on all cylinders, right? Yeah, we're really cooking, running on all cylinders now. Finishing up this left fight.
All right, so this ring over here, it looks like we have Brian Williams and Nick Killian. And then after that, we have me and Lily. We do need someone over at the table.
All right.
Ready? Fight!
We've got some really good matchups so far, and they're only going to get better as we go.
How's the red point?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Fight!
What now?
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah, good.
Hold! Saw blue as well.
Yeah.
Fight! His point counted too, so that's a 2 point.
All right.
110. Ready? Fight! Hold! It's all red. On right here. Red point. Ready? Fight! Nice. Saw blue as well. All right. 9-7. Point. Ready? Fight! Hold. 30 seconds. 5. Blue to 5. Game. Match.
All right, 7 Ray. All right, so you got 10,
All right.
7, Ray. Oh,
Yeah, no bias judging here.
all right.
Cool.
All right, so Brian Williams over there. Me and Lily will be over here. After that, we got Nick Palmer, Alec Martinez, followed by Michael DeMille and Daniel, however you say that last name. Hoagland.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
Yes, that guy.
All right, here we go. We've got our fight here on the right, ready to go. It's pretty good.
Put it on the shoulder. I don't get hit.
Brand recognition, man. That's what it's all about. You know, from a visual perspective, we'd be able to see, the audience would be able to see more if we started in the opposite corners. Woo! That was a hard hit over on the right side. We got a score of 3-0 blue. So even though precautions are taken, folks, keep in mind that things do break. And, you know, occasionally you do feel the hits, like Kenny Page said in the beginning rounds there when we had him up here at the table. So even though these folks are well-trained athletes, every once in a while stuff does go wrong. That's one of the reasons why we have all the gear that we have. You know, but blades do break. You know, you do get hit. You know, things do happen. Again, that's one of the reasons we use the épée face mask from fencing as opposed to something with open holes, as we don't want to have anything where the blades can get in or that charge from a broken blade can get in. So we have the dense épée masks with its, you know, dense mesh on the front to prevent small particles from getting through. Over here on the left, we've got a couple of our Nashville folks throwing down. Oh. That's a point. Yes. All right. All right. So over here on the right, we've got a 6-1 advantage blue. They're definitely having a good fight. The thing about the way that this sport works, especially when you're going for touch points, is that you have to be aware that, you know, you may get where you're going, but if your opponent gets there just a second faster, then they're going to come away with the point. So a lot of times these matches are a lot closer in feel than they are in numbers. 7-2 on the right now, blue to red. All right, so we've got a blue score of 8-2 over here on the right. The angle here, it makes it difficult to see the score over on the left side. It's like red's at 5. All right. Over here on the right, we're now at 9-3. So still match point over there. But red did just pull one out. Oh, and I think that. All right. That's a match. 10-3. Clayton, who was in that match? Who were the names? Was it Brian and what were the scores then? Who was blue though? Well, right. Oh. 10-3 and Brian won? Okay. That'll work. Thank you, sir. So we're using a special tournament software here called Challonge, CHALLONGE.com. I'm definitely tickled with the way that it's doing. It's providing a really good experience for us on the back end today. It's kept everything nice and organized and made it real easy on the administrative side as far as the different, general tournament requirements go. So we're appreciative of that. Oh, yes, so let's see. It's Mick Palmer and Alex Martinez. Woo! You see that over on the left there? Some of these fighters can go really fast up and down and side to side, which makes them very dangerous opponents. Over here on the right now, going to take a look at our new competitors here. Again, we're watching for their armbands to see which one is blue and which one is red. Really unique characters as far as their armor goes as well. A lot of these folks do really neat things with their armor and padding and everything. Some even have full-on stories of who they are and what they do, and play their character when they're in the ring. These two definitely have great looks as far as costuming goes. The choice not to have any back of leg protection from the Red Ranger is a little confusing, but if he's fast like that, then more power to him.
You win? So watch the match.
As much as I could, back and forth, enough to see question marks in people's
Just kind of letting
eyes.
Lily have a little fun.
Wish I could have done that.
Bobby's Volley there came out with the win. Victory moving on to the next round.
All right, and we have Michael DeMild and Daniel Hogel. I'm not even going to try. Arkansas Daniel.
Daniel H.
Yeah,
Daniel
I got
H.
it. Yeah.
Daniel H. All right. Now you can see a very clear fencing stance there from our Red Ranger friend, who also happens to be the red fighter. It's a close match as well. Looking over at the score on the right side, you've got, let's see, it's a simul, so you've got 3 points for red and 2 points for blue. It's also interesting to be able to see the difference between a one-handed and two-handed approach. Two-handed, you do lose a little bit as far as your length goes, but you have the flexibility to be able to go one-handed if you need to, but also have more power when you stick to your standard stance. Looks like we've got a solid tie there, 3-3 now on the right side as we get prepared for our next bout on the left.
Earlier before you got here, like it shattered from the middle in like pieces.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here's a.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. Again, like I said, folks, these blades do break. This one broke straight in the middle. Normally it breaks somewhere up here. And these are solid too.
Is it Alec Martinez? No, that's not it. Michael DeMille.
Holy crap.
Is he getting ready? Okay, everyone will get ready.
All right. Maybe we could find out if maybe they have like a scoreboard plug-in or something like that for the next time we do something like this, where it'll put like next up and stuff,
Oh yeah. I was just working with what I could figure out.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool. It's a good software. Gave it a shout out already. It's working well.
This is what Tom suggested was a challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely working well. Woo!
All right, we're waiting on Michael DeMille to get ready.
That's a lot of purple coming at you when it's up in the air like that, but that was a really nice block and deflect.
Yes.
Red seems to be pulling away a little bit, but it's still anybody's fight. It's 7-3 red. It's definitely a difference in styles. folks that are used to the fencing style, you can tell that they're fast off the draw. They want to kind of suck you in so they can then move in for the kill. All right, red is now 8-3, trying to shut it down. 8-4 now. And again, we're going, instead of taking stops every time that there's a stoppage in fight, we're running 5 minutes in a row. And at the end of that 5 minutes, whoever wins, wins. Oh,
All right. So looks like we got Michael. He's getting ready to go over for this first ring.
Yep.
Michael, do you have gloves? All right.
What was that, 9-3 red?
All right, so 9-3 red, Alec Martinez.
If you know the people, it's very helpful.
Oops, sorry, 9. Nope, not 93.
All right.
All right. And next we have Michael DeMille, Daniel Hoagland. Over on this side. Over on the other ring, we have Dan McNeil and Van Holsting. And then after that, we have the final of Wave 1, Jay Wu and Ray Rodriguez.
All right. So we're getting through with our wild card round here.
All right. I will help you all. Oh, Drew. Okay, Drew.
So the way we're going to work this, folks.
Ready to fight?
All right.
Over here.
We're still live? Okay, good.
Yes. Cool.
When it pops up and says reconnection successful, it makes me nervous now.
All right, so we got Michael's rapier style, and then
Who is he against?
Michael DeMille is one of our guys.
Well, right, I'm saying who's he up against? I know
Oh, he's
Michael's
an
style.
Arkansas guy. He's his name's Daniel.
Okay.
He's from Arkansas.
Ooh, Michael got one.
Looks like Michael got in. Michael's the
Yeah.
red fighter. And we were waiting on Dan to get ready. Hopefully, Jay Wu and Raimundo will be ready shortly after. All right, nice. That seems like a blue point.
All right. These guys with very...
Ooh, that looked like a clean shot. Michael's going on almost no sleep right now.
He is. Michael works out with our Nashville group, but actually lives in Memphis, of all places. So he is here from Memphis for this tournament, and
Like a red hit, but
like Bobby said, not a lot of sleep. Michael normally, you can tell he's a little tired. He normally has some pretty impressive rapier-style footwork, and he let a little bit of it out there now. Oh, he's going two-handed. That's unusual for him. But he let it go and had a
his way of
nice
baiting
impact.
in. Michael likes to pull that crap against me all the time, and it usually works. What's the X on that?
It did that time too.
All right, another point by red. Seems like Michael's getting in the rhythm of things.
He is.
Pulled ahead.
One thing that you don't necessarily expect from a taller player, especially, or a taller fighter, is the ability to move side to side so well. Michael has these small, precise movements that work very well to his favor. Both of them doing a solid job, though. All right, looks like we're getting ready to get going over on the right-hand
So
side.
we got Dan McNeil and Van Holsting. Whatever Van Holsting is. Whatever.
So not everybody is able to customize all of their gear, but a lot of times you will see unique face mask art, like you do in this match over here on the right.
Looks like red.
Oh, stop it. Play right. Ready. Play. Blue. Oh.
Oh.
Right now on the right, we've got a 3-0 lead here for the red fighter, and over on the left, we've got a 5-4 match. So it's staying really close.
Oh. Get. Play red. Ready. Play.
That looked like red. Definitely looked like red.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Wow.
Another blade break at the hilt.
Oh, he snapped it right off at the. Wow. For real. Wow. Ooh, what saber is that?
That looks like Joe Blankenship. I don't know if that's his mana. It looks like it's cross point because the button's on the bottom. Mana, of course, would have the
That is
other
a
thing.
beautiful piece of equipment right there. Wow.
Point for red. Point for red, yeah.
So over here on the right, you see that the blade for the red fighter broke, and even though he's up 4-0, sometimes having to use unfamiliar equipment can be the difference maker into getting somebody like that down behind the count.
Play red. Ready.
Blue.
Ready. Ready. Play. Good. Oh. Red. Play red.
Wow.
That was time. Final exchange. Even though it doesn't matter.
Who's win?
Yeah. All right, Michael won.
Michael won.
8-6, it looks like. All right, 8-6.
Nice.
Michael. Submit scores. All right, we got Jay Wu and Ramundo are over in ring 1.
All right.
The difference between ice and blue is getting light. I mean, it's
Yeah. And it's taking some getting used to it soon. Oh, no, that's fine. It's more just obvious. Like, if it's obvious, like, we just don't want to be like that right there.
Even though this are the same speed, this is
I don't think the results will look different. All right. All right. That is it for how did Dan and hey, what was Dan and Van Holstein? What? 10-0? Okay.
Oh wow.
Yes. All right. Van Holstein. All right. What the heck? All right. So we got Jay and Ramundo, and then ring 2 we're gonna have Ruben Gay and Nero Lynx.
Congratulations on making it to the quarterfinals here, folks.
Followed by, well, it's more than that because semifinals are over here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Follow after Ruben Gay and Nero Lynx. We have Jason Hayden and Joe Blankenship, Hunter Hacker, and Nick from Michigan.
Hold on, though. Oh, did we? Oh, we've got 2 of those. Got it. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So, round 2. right, folks. Got one more round in our wild card round, and then we can move on to round 2. So they're getting set up now, and then we'll be able to move that along forward.
All right. Drew was small judgment as well. All right. Do we got a center rep for this one over here?
Ooh. I think that's you, Bobby. All right, here we go. Bobby, can you turn them to, instead of here, go like that? Instead of them going in those corners, or these corners go in those corners. Because it'll be, for the folks watching at home, it's easier to see. Ooh.
What? Alright, we got Raimundo and Jewu over here on the left side. We got Ruben Gay and Nero over on the right side. Whenever they get ready. After that, we'll have Jason Hayden, Joe Blankenship, and then we'll have Hunter Hacker versus Nick from Michigan. I think it's it's not possible. It might be. No, it's
Oh, wow. Silver.
South Carolina.
We should do you up a Powerpuff Girls motif for yours. Hey, we've seen all sparkly gold, you know.
Oh.
All right, so we're going on both sides now.
Ray's been stepping it up lately. Ruben Gay is one of the favorites to win this tournament. He's fighting.
Which one is he?
He is the big guy in the red over on the right side.
All right.
He won the Crusatica Florida tournament in TSL. Using only a standard saber. He beat all the pikes. He beat all the
Oh, wow.
everything. He
Heck
just had
yeah.
a standard saber.
That's cool,
Pretty
man.
much what he has in his hand right now. And he beat everybody.
All right. Game on. Ah. So what brand of saber is that he's rocking right there? Is that one?
This is a Mando Corps Customs.
Okay.
It seems to be a trend here. A lot of it, Mando Corps came with a lot of fighters. They're also one of the tournament sponsors.
Sure.
Jason Hayden, he has some sabers for sale here. He has a raffle going on for his new MK4 saber.
Nice.
With the black gunpowder.
Yeah.
With the color changing LED. He made me, check out the one that he made me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
With a custom. I like it.
that looks like, yeah, and, you gotta hold it down. It'll change colors to whatever I want. Oh, you got the lock up.
Oh, well, right, yeah. I was just, yeah. Nice. It's got a good feel to it, too. It's got a good weight.
Very light saber.
How does the Suba hold up? We know from experience that those get a little wonky.
Well, this one's held up. You can tell I beat the crap out of it, and I just hit a little bit, but it's good. Tighten it a little bit though. If I can go over.
Wow. That was an impressive move. All right. So we got a 5-3 lead for the red fighter here. Gotta give a lot of credit to the blue fighter here for his armor job. One of the things that our guys suffer from constantly is they have this big, thick armor. Sometimes it makes it a little harder to move around. Looks like the armor for them is allowing them to move pretty easily, which is pretty impressive, actually. Mr. Page, what we got there?
All right, yeah.
Who won?
G.
Jay Wu did? Okay.
10-4.
I don't use that on-screen keyboard nearly enough. That's nice.
Yeah. All right. All right, next, after that, it seems like we have Jason Hayden and Joe Blankenship. Can you get ready for ring 1? Followed by Hunter Hacker and Nick from Michigan.
All right, we got
Or
one
it
over
doesn't
here.
matter if Hunter is ready over here with Nick. Y'all go to ring 1. All that matters is the right people and the right ring.
Right. 10-5.
Oh, okay, so 10-5 for Ruben and Nero. Ruben won.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, so 10-5. Current score. All right. Jason Hayden, Joe Blankenship is getting ready in ring 2. Looks like Hunter Hacker and Nick are getting ready in ring 1. After that, we got Salem and Ray Smith is after these 2 fights. And then we got Clayton Baggett and Brian Williams.
It's going to get kind of crazy here soon.
It will. So.
All right, folks, it's starting to get really interesting here as fighters drop off. And not to say that there are any bad fighters, because they're really not. We actually have a really good crop of fighters here. But as fighters drop off and the tensions escalate, the battles are getting more and more interesting and exciting.
Do we have line coaches over here yet?
All right, so we got our next fight over here on the left going. You can see our blue and red fighters respectively. All right, now we're going on the right side as well. You can see these guys. So over on the left, you see these guys actually have similar styles to start with. Seeing who's going to go with the see who's going to make the move first is kind of the question here. Looks like on the red fighter's trying to change it up a little bit. Back over on the right, it's already up to 2-0 red. Gotta love the artistry that goes into some of these costumes too. Both of these guys really putting some stuff together to be able to get a good setup working for them. You have to wonder the question of minimal leg padding and no arm padding though on the, in the case of the red fighter here. It's just that, you're putting yourself at risk for no reason. All right, it's a 1-1 tie over here on the left. Like I said, these guys seem to have similar fighting styles. So the question over here on the left is who's going to change it up enough to be able to make their style work for them. Over here on the right, you see they're definitely different fighters. Still tied up at 2, though. 2 apiece. So in matches like this that are really close, this is where experience comes in handy. The ability to change things up as you go. You see over here the fighter in purple, which is the blue fighter on the right, being able to take that low shot after, not really going low the first few times, changing it up to where they're going to be able to catch the other fighter off guard. Right. Both of these fights staying really close. Really, really close. It's impressively so. All right. You can see over there on the right side, the red fighter getting a little more aggressive and then the blue fighter taking advantage of it. It's only 5-3 still, so it's really anybody's match, but the momentum's definitely starting to shift. All right, and we got a 4-4 tie over on the left. So again, 2 tall, long fighters that normally depend on that powerful forward rush. Who wins in the battle of rush versus rush? So far, staying pretty even. It's a 5-4 lead for red, but still barely. Now we got a 6-6 tie again over on the right-hand side. Wow. Again, these are extremely, extremely close matches. We very well may run out of time on both of these. Heard 40 seconds left over on the left-hand side. Not sure what the right-hand side count is. That was a nice point for the... All right, last exchange.
so we got,
Wow, that was a really close one there on the right-hand side, but Red pulled it. Looks like Red pulled it out. Yeah.
oh. Alright, so Alright, we got Salem and Ray in ring 1, and then ring 2, we're going to have Clayton Baggett and Brian Williams. After that, we have me and Alec Martinez, followed by Seth and Michael DeMille. And then finishing out this set with Van Holstein and Ji Woo.
All right. You got these guys in as well?
Hey, can we get a student center over here?
I was saying one more right.
What now?
I was just trying to see how I was fighting.
Oh, okay. It's you can use the.
Well, I have to wait for Salem and Ray to fight.
Oh, got it.
It's
Yeah.
not decided yet.
Yeah. All right. Bobby, did you record this side also? You record their score as well? Okay. All right, we've got 2 fresh sets coming up here, folks. Again, it's getting more and more interesting as we go. Those last 2 were dead even heats right until the very end. It's interesting to see which styles will continue against which other styles and which ones do really well.
Alright, ring 1, Salem and Ray Smith. Ring 2, Clayton Baggett, Brian Williams. Alright, and we do have 2 non-judges over here, and we have 2 non-judges over here. We do.
If you're just joining us, want to welcome you back to the Saber Strong Open here in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville, Music City, USA. We are in the second round of our elimination bracket for this afternoon. That's going to lead eventually to our finals round and then our grand champions. We are very excited here today for the art and sport of saber combat. We've got lots of great schools and states represented here, from as far away as Massachusetts and Florida. All up and down the East Coast, we have folks from all over. We're really excited, and we welcome all those fighters and everybody who's out there watching from home or from wherever you happen to be. We're getting ready to start back into 2 more matches. All of these matches, as we proceed through these later rounds and getting into, fewer and fewer and fewer, they keep getting tighter and tighter and tighter with great fighters in each match. So we're just getting started over here on the left. Nice clean shot from the blue player there. The way to tell the difference here is, of course, we have the red armbands on the players that are taking the red score, blue armbands on those that are being scored blue. That's just for ease of use, so that way we don't have to make up new colors for every single person. Also, because occasionally it's hard to see the color of blades, and so you don't want to assign colors based on that. The way this works is you cannot stab to the throat or the crotch area, and you cannot hit fingers. Those shots don't count. However, you can hit pretty much just anywhere else, as long as it's not a glancing blow where it just bounces off and barely touches anything. Then it's going to count as a point. Very, very interesting sport, and there are a lot of different styles. You see some people that do a little bit more broad swinging and a little more acrobatic versus some that are tighter in, some that are more left and right fighters, some that are more up and down fighters. You have smaller fighters and taller fighters. Folks that do just a little bit of everything, and it's interesting to see those different styles put on display here today. So over here on the right, we've got a tie of 3-3, and with the glare, I cannot actually see what kind of score we have on the left side. I'm sorry about that, but definitely you can see everything is holding really tight, really, really tight. All right, so now that we get to 5 for the blue fighter over here, it's now 5-3. They're going to switch sides, and the reason they do that is in case there's any kind of environmental obstructions or things like that that might contribute to, to sight lines or things like that, just to make sure that the honor code is always fair. For example, if you're fighting with sun to your back and your opponent has sun in their eyes, well, it wouldn't be fair to fight the whole fight like that. So therefore, once the first person hits 5, they switch sides and keep going with the match from there. You can see the excitement on everybody's faces, even the judges. Everybody's excited today. We're having a great day with great people. All right, we're now tied at 5 here on the right. Moving right along on the left as well. You can see that we've got some folks on the sides to make sure that center judge is making the right calls. Nobody can really see everything, so you see that the center judge makes their own call, then looks at the side judges, and if they agree, then they score the point. If not, they do it again. It's important to be able to make sure that we have the fairest fight possible. We've got folks from all over, and we want to make sure that everybody feels like, their best interests are being served. So that's why we do it this way. All right, wow, that's 10-3 blue and red over there. Wow, that went faster than expected. They did a great job.
3, who is blue? Ray. The G-Armor dude. Almost gave him 70.
I think. Now, I'm obviously not a scorekeeper, but I think Clayton got robbed on that one.
All right. So that is 10-6. Clayton.
Yep. All right. Nice job, Clayton.
All right. Next up, we got me and Alec Martinez, Seth and Michael DeMild, and then we got Van Holstein and Jay Wu is going to finish off this set.
All right, here we go.
Or this round. I don't know. I couldn't think of the word round. No. No.
Second round. I guess the next one's the semifinals. Yeah.
Next will be round 3.
Quarter semis and then quarter semis and
Yes.
yeah.
And then semis, we can put it all on that. So
Yeah.
me and all right, we need a new center judge and a new.
So what you're seeing here on the 2 cameras, right there, rocking on the with the funky thing across his chest. That's Bobby Zavala, one of our local guys who also is helping making sure all the judging stays clean. And then on the left is our Grandmaster here for the location who's actually developed the Saber Strong program, which is its own intensive fitness and martial arts program here in Mount Juliet that is growing every day, but also includes, of course, the Saber Combat as a component of what it is. He was the one over there on the left, and he's been judging as a center judge here for the left ring for the last few matches. Again, we're really excited to have everybody here. It's turned out to be a great show. Hopefully we're keeping you guys at home entertained as well. We're running around having a good time. Everybody's enjoying themselves. So let's see. Waiting on everybody to come up here. So if you're curious about getting into saber fighting, you of course check out some of our different websites and things like that to see how things are set up or to find local programs in your area. You can of course visit saberstrong.com. You can also visit the Saber Combat League and LED Sabering. What is the Saber Combat League's website, Bobby?
Saber Combat League.
Okay, yeah, it should be just the Saber Combat League, and they're online there, and they also are representative of the Columbus Saber Academy up in Columbus, Ohio. So it. if you are interested in saber fighting, check out places in your area. And if there's no place in your area, find a martial arts school and go to them and say, hey, have you heard of Saber Strong? Do you offer that program here yet? And if they don't, have them reach out to us, and we'll help them get started with your very own saber program and your own franchise there locally. So that way you'll be able to do saber in your hometown. If you want to get started, just curious about equipment, there's lots of great places out there to purchase starter sabers and things like that. One of our sponsors for this program is actually the Mando Core Custom Sabers. Definitely go check them out. They've got stuff that are great prices and great quality for you to be able to get started. Of course, all LED, polycarbonate blades, aircraft grade aluminum hilts, everything really solid quality to make sure that they're not going to break. And, even though you might call them toys in the adult world, and to us they are, but they are still high quality, martial arts weapons that are, not going to break easily. Now, granted, blades break and things like that, but overall, these are not the things you pick up from Hasbro at your local toy store. These are solid, good quality, real-time sabers. And so, just keep that in mind when you're going and checking them out. So now we're going over here. We've got Bobby on the right, and then we've got our couple of fighters on the left. Automatically, you can see on the left two very different styles, even just in stance, one straight up and one arched over. You can see that the red fighter's definitely protecting his midsection. Great mask and helmet, by the way. That's one of the things we always talk about is some of the really cool modifications that folks do to create their own saber combat characters. We'll add onto our Saber Strong website some of the recommended equipment and things like that, so you'll be able to go online and check that out and see, what really you need to acquire before you can really start doing this as a serious hobby. Oh, wow. Oh, looks like somebody lost the tip off a saber, like we said. These things are strong. Occasionally the blades do break, but that's why we have replacement blades and replacement tips for that matter, too. Some folks even actually make their own blades just to make sure that they're a little bit stronger and the tips stay on a little better. Some factory blades, the tips will pop off when they get hit. And that's just kind of how it works because that's physics, folks. That's just how it happens. So we got a break over here on the left while we figure out equipment. Okay. All right. Looks like they're ready to go. All right. So they're reset and then back to business. All right. So over here on the right, we've got a 4-2 lead for the red player there with his pretty awesome Red Ranger costume and uniform. Oh, look at we got a 2-to-1 blue situation over here on the left side. Then we've got a time just to take care of a little equipment there. All right, over on the right, we got now 5-2. They've switched sides, and so we'll see if Bobby can rally here on his home, in his home dojo, as it were, to see if he can pull it out and advance to the next round. I'll tell you what, it takes a very strong, steady presence because that's a lot of Bobby flying at you to be able to, to hold on to that, stay in there, and get that point. Now we're seeing over here on the left, again, very different styles, leading from the top and literally leading from the bottom. So you have two very different approaches that are trying to get in there and get that first point. And remember, it's not about necessarily getting the hit, it's about getting the first hit. Because, anybody can go in after they've gotten a strike and be able to be the next guy. But in order to be able to get that quick first step, it takes a little something extra. Now, one thing you'll notice is sometimes these... Sometimes these shots are really, really close. That's why they've got 3 judges to be able to see. Everybody sees something a little different from their angle, so they've got to make sure that what they see is what actually happened. So the center judge will always look over to the side judges to make sure that, yes, we're on the same page. Yes, this is what we saw. Yes, that's a good job. All right, there we go. Got a point for Bobby. See if he can bring it back. So we've got 7-4 red to blue over here on the right. And then we've got 4-1 blue over on the left. Keep in mind, we're only run 5 minutes per round. So no matter how many stoppages or anything like that, we're still going to be going 5 minutes per round. So you see, Bobby knows that even if he, he knows he has to be a little bit on the aggressive side because at this point, the red fighter could just let time run out. Now it looks like this is the final exchange. So, all right, so 8-5 final, but man. Dude, I get it, man. I understand. Still a good showing from our hometown hero there, but it looks like the Red Ranger moves on to the next round.
That was fun. All right, Clayton and Brian was what, 10-6, 10-7?
Pissed the heck out of me.
Doesn't even matter. Clayton won. All right. Who won between Seth and Michael over here? Hey.
Time, blue.
Hey, Seth and Michael, ring 2.
Match point. Blue fighter. Ready.
Oh, wow. Oh, is it 9-3? Okay. So over on the left, you see the blue has been able to pick it up. It's 9-3 now. Again, very different styles. It's a question of which style will win. It's 9-4 now. Wow. That sucks, man. Like you said, now we're asleep.
He's a pretty good fighter. So
Yeah, oh yeah. He's been doing well.
To a new guy.
True.
Only got an hour of sleep though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. All right, so I had.
It was,
5,
yeah.
He had 8, and then.
All right, going over to reset now.
Jiwoo had 10-5. All right, 10-5. All right, so 5-10. All right.
Can you show that? That's a good word, yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and start the quarterfinals in ring 1. We'll have Ruben Gay and Joe Blankenship. And then next up will be Hunter Hacker and Ray Smith. You'll be in this one. Michael and Seth will be in this one. All right, I need to find my hat.
It's over there. All right, we're getting everything set up. We're going to be starting into the first match of the quarterfinals here. Beats the crap out of me. Let's check. So he's got the last round of the. Is everybody out of that last round already? We got one more fight, don't we?
Seth and Michael, and this one, and then Ruben and Joe. And
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm glad I brought my laptop. What now? Say, Well, I've got it set up over here for them to keep. He was jumping off of the thing to add scores, so I was like, here, it just was getting confusing. Oh, is that one's he done? Oh, that's cool. I like it. Oh, that's those. Okay. Yeah. Haven't gotten to introduce myself yet. I want to talk to the LED or to the Mando Core guys too. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I really want a 3D printer. Well, we could make armor sets. Think about it. We could sell armor sets and make them. I showed you guys. Yeah. I think we need to have a best in show for armor. I mean, really, like even if it's a T-shirt, like really need best in show. I mean, all right. I thought so for the. I think Bobby was getting it started. I think he was going to go ahead and have the first quarterfinal match going. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got our last match of the. Well, hold on. Where's the last match of the round 2 at? Right here? Wait a minute. Yeah, I was about to say, he fought already in this round. There we go. Oh, the quarter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Quarterfinal, then semifinal, then final. Right. That makes sense. All right, very cool. Whew. All right, so over here on the right, this is the last one of round 2. Two good fighters. Saw both of these guys in the last round and in the pools. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what style they come out with and how they perform. All right, over on the left, we've got the first quarterfinal round. One cool thing to recognize is that we have folks of all ages. We've got men, women, folks that are 18 and folks that are 60, and even more. And it's just once you're under a helmet and you have a saber in your hand, the field is equal. And it's a pretty cool thing, no matter, how old somebody is, what gender they are, what race they are, whatever the case may be. Everybody can find a place, with a lightsaber in their hand, whether they're an athlete finding their geeky side or they're, like me, and a geek finding their athlete side. There's something for everybody, and that's a really awesome thing. All right. Over here on the right, we've got a 5-2 lead for the red fighter, doing really well. Both of them holding it down, though. We've got a 4-1 lead for red over here on the left side. Wow. You can see that these guys are both tall, fast fighters. So when it gets to later rounds like this, it's something that you always have to look at, who's changing it up, who's mixing up their style, who is making corrections, to be able, and, making adjustments to be able to make sure that what's going on is going to be, something that will keep their opponent off guard. You can't do the same thing over and over again. You're never going to be able to get through that way. So this is the ultimate test of, are you ready to think on the fly and be able to change things up and make things happen? Right. So over on the right side, we've got a little pause for some reason here. But we've got 7-4. There we go. We got a little equipment fixed up. So the red fighters leading 7-4. Then it's a 5-5 tie over on the left side. Again, similar styles, trying to figure out who's going to change it up first, who's going to make the adjustment to be able to bring it in and win. We're seeing some really fast wrist movement here. The ticket, like Kenny Page said earlier, though, is to watch the feet. Look at the footwork. The sabers are, of course, pretty and fun to be able to watch, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where it's all at. It's important to watch the footwork, see where they're going, see where they're heading, in order to be able to make sure that they, are doing what they need to do. The guys with the fast footwork are who we're going to see now. And don't forget, too, these guys were in here. They did an open spar last night. They're real excited, probably didn't sleep much, because they're in hotels mostly from other parts of the country. And they're here early this morning to get in on our pool rounds. And this is now the third round of our actual elimination tournament. So these guys are starting to get tired. You might think, they're standing there with a saber fighting for 5 minutes. Well, let me tell you, when you add all that armor, when it makes it hard to breathe, when you're in your epee mask, when you're loaded down and it's hard to see and you're battling it out, it wears you out a lot more than you think it does. Even folks like Bobby over there, who's an American Ninja Warrior, those guys are going to get tired. And so it's important to understand that it's a grind right now. These guys aren't fresh, but they're going at it, and they're fast just like they, are going brand new. That takes a lot of heart and a lot of warrior spirit. All right. 10-7, holy crap. Who did we have over there? Ten to 7, I know, but who was 10? That was Ruben and Joe. Is that right?
I don't know which one it is.
That was my concern also. Who was who? Who was? Hunter and Ray? Is that it? Okay, so who was? So that was what, 7? Red was 10, right? Okay, you got it.
All right, so 10-7. Hunter.
All right, there we go. Getting all of our scores updated. Again, we want to welcome you guys who are just tuning in. We are now just getting into the quarterfinals of our elimination tournament here. Seeing a lot of good fighters, some really good fighters all up and down the cards. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner.
Has Ruben Gay and Joe Blankenship fought yet? No, they're about to.
Unfortunately, there can be only one winner, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of great fighters. Thank you, sir. All right.
All right, we got Ruben Gay and Joe Blankenship over here. And then in ring 1, we'll have Clayton Baggett and Alec Martinez.
All right. Now both rings are fully into the quarterfinal round. That means upgraded judging. Everybody's going to be watching real closely just to make sure everything's going on right. Real excited to see how this shapes out. Want to remind everybody at home, too, just because your fighter may be out or may have gotten knocked out earlier doesn't mean you don't want to necessarily keep on and watch. One of the neatest parts of this is the community. And, the winner may be somebody from your school or somebody from your state or maybe somebody you don't know at all. But they may have something that you want to learn from, some style or something unique that you've never seen before. So stick on around with us. We'll make it as good a show as possible. Hopefully you can deal with my irritating voice as you're watching the matches, and we'll have a good time. Over here on the left, looks like we've got the Red Rangers back in the ring after beating Bobby that last round. Let's see. Oh, all right. Clayton is one of our Tennessee folks. Very dangerous fighter. A lot faster than he looks. He does fire juggling and things like that on the side. So, he's not afraid of the occasion. So similar to when the Red Ranger fought Bobby earlier, Bobby is one who's very aggressive and is always going to go in on the front end. Clayton is the same way, where he's very aggressive and is going to take the fight to him. So we're going to have to see if he falls down for those same great counterattacks that the Red Ranger had last time. All right, so Clayton over there with blue, and of course the Red Ranger is red. So Mr. Page was talking to us earlier. He's been doing Taekwondo for more than 40 years. And part of Taekwondo, of course, is going and participating in tournaments much like this. So he's been participating in stuff like this that whole time. And then at least for the last 12 years, as long as he and his wife Lee have been here with Mount Juliet Taekwondo and 360 Athletic, have held their own martial arts Taekwondo tournaments as well. So this is old hat for them, but it's a lot of fun when you incorporate something new. And this being the first Saber tournament that we've had here in Mount Juliet, this is extra special for them because it's a fun program that with Saber Strong that we've originated here, and we've been able to reach out to other folks who are interested in the same things and bring everybody together under one roof here in Tennessee.
All right. Judges ready.
Still impressed that the Red Ranger goes without any kind of back of leg covering at all. When those things hit, they do sting. Even through pads, they sting. And occasionally, especially with a fighter like Clayton over there, you can get one of those low back of the leg hits that and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do those sting even with pads. All right, now we're running over here on the right. Got two a little more power fighters than finesse fighters like we have on the left. You can hear it in their strikes, but they're fast as all get out still. Watching that footwork, you can see that both of them are really ready to strike and ready to go. All right, there we go. So we got the 5 points over on the left. Looks like it's a blue has 5, red has 2, but it's still anybody's match. The blue fighter over here on the right, you can tell he's got a really vicious crossover return parry that's really impressive. It's got a lot of speed and power behind it. And looks like the red fighter just missed it that last time, but if that connects, that's going to, even through armor, that's going to hurt. Again, both of these guys, strong power, but both with great footwork. And then over on the left, we've definitely got finesse, speed players. So we're sitting with a score of 5-3 on the left, blue leading, and a score of 3-2 on the right with red leading. Again, impressive fights here. And again, like we've talked about already, at this point in the game, it's about who can really mix it up and who can really be creative and be a little different to make things happen and to keep their opponent off guard. So again, you saw a minute ago over there where the blue fighter on the right-hand side was able to, instead of taking an overhead or side strike like he had been doing, and was able to take it, pull it, and then wrap it around the bottom to create that kind of unexpected hit. Wow, way to go. These guys are both really good power players. And it's still anybody's match, really, at 5-3. All right. And even though the brackets are randomly generated, it's interesting to see some of the matchups that occur. Again, having two strong power fighters on one side and having two fast finesse fighters on the other. Now, it's not to say that those guys aren't powerful, or that the power fighters don't have finesse. It's just, it's very clear what their style is. All right. So it's looks like over on the left that Clayton pulled it out. Very nice.
9-4 on Clayton's part.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. He had 9.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. And then Michael and Jay Wu are going to be next.
Over here.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to see who all. Let me see.
So the orange is completed, right?
Ruben and Joe, is that them?
It is.
Okay, so yeah, so the orange is completed, so it's going to be Michael and Jay Wu.
Michael and Joe.
Yep. All right, super excited for this next matchup over here. Jay Wu more of a traditional kendo style and Michael more of a rapier fencing style. It's going to be real interesting to see kind of where they come to with this. Very different fighters with very different approaches. It's going to be neat to see who comes out on top and, what the fight ends up looking like. Taking it back over to the right-hand fight. This is extremely close. 9-8 red. But again, it's still anybody's match. Of course, red has an advantage since, they're 1 point closer to winning. All right. These are two. All right. Looks like red takes it with a total of 10-8, which is really, really close.
8.
That was a heck of a fight.
Yep. 10. 8.
Then they've got
right.
Jay Wu and Michael already running down here.
All right, we got Ji Woo and Michael DeMond over in ring 1 over here.
And then we should wait
And then
on
we're
them,
going to be
right?
in the semifinals. And the semifinals, we're going to wait on that because we're going to cut down to 1 camera.
Yep. All right. Well, folks, this is turning out to be a really good time. Hope you're enjoying yourselves checking this out. We're definitely having a good time here. Having a lot of fun being able to see a lot of stuff, see a lot of great fighters.
Is this a quarterfinal we're doing?
Yes.
It's still quarter.
It's the last one of the quarter. Yeah.
I know. After this match, the semifinals are all be eliminated so we can live score on the YouTube.
All right. So this is the last of the. What now?
You might mess around and it's got to go against Jay and
It's not an easy route to winning.
hurt, hadn't slept.
What now?
He's hurt, hasn't slept.
Oh, yeah. He still seems to be pulling him out, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think he got some food in him, is what happened.
Well, he's also got a unique style for most of these guys, too, with going one hand and rapier.
Yes, it
Yeah.
freaks me out.
Well, because Jay Woo is more of a traditional kendo style. And so between the two of them, I mean, you're going kind of Japan versus France as far as fighting styles go. And so it's,
Literally.
yeah, well, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that too, yeah.
Well, I think they're different.
He's even done, Michael's told us, he and I have talked before about, he even did some rapier stuff with like like two-handed, like rapier dagger type.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Yeah. All right, folks, the final match. The final match of the semifinals, or of the quarterfinals, before we go on to the semis. All right, super excited here, folks. This is going to be a matchup between Jay Woo and Michael DeMaio. Michael, of course, of Nashville and really Memphis, but he drives here every week, so we count him.
That's Clayton and Alec. Mad Boy?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna have 4 lineups for this one. After this, the semifinals are on demand here. All the scores will be on there.
Yep.
Okay, order, Jay Woo.
All right. All right. Taking our time to get rolling, but it looks like we're ready to go. All right, so we've got trying to see colors right now. Let's see. So again, Michael's definitely a one-handed fighter. Ooh. As Bobby mentioned before. So Jay Woo is blue, and then Michael's going to be counting his points for red here. Oy. As Bobby said, he'll use that two-handed approach, and he'll go two-handed, but then bust out some sort of one-handed form outside of that to be able to kind of throw off his opponent. But he's truly a rapier fencing person that has come to Saber through that medium. Jay Woo, on the other hand, definitely has a classic kendo background, which is what saber fighting in the 70s, when it was first adopted for Star Wars, was based loosely but strongly on, was kendo. Got to say, though, it's impressive here with Michael. He hasn't really slept, and he's kind of fighting injured. So the fact that he's here, trying to wrap up the semis and take it or quarterfinals and take it into the semis is pretty impressive. All right. So we're sitting 2-1. This is definitely a solid match. Still anybody's game. Both of these guys, you can tell, are playing, playing their game plan, not really modifying it at all. All right, so it's 3-1 blue. Oh, wow, that was something else. That was not something you see very often, but that was a great move. We don't often see the return stroke off of a forward down slash, and that was pretty impressive to be able to turn that into a point. So you can tell, Jay-Woo can tell Michael's tired, but Michael's not one of those people that you just count out. Right till the very end, he's going to give it his all, and he's going to be fast and ready to go. All right, so switching sides, 5-2. And this is one of those, is fatigue just going to finish it off. Again, we got two good fighters here, and it's still anybody's fight.
Red coming in was glancing and giving the solid point to blue. Point blue. Ready.
Oh.
Fight. Oh. Point blue. Ready. 1 minute. Fight.
1 minute left. It's definitely definitely a longer fight. Again, keep it in mind, we run 5 straight minutes. So regardless of the score, regardless of what happens, those 5 minutes keep going. We don't stop between every start and stop. And so a lot of times if fatigue is a factor, it can definitely come down to the time. Looks like it's 8-2 right now, blue. All right, 8-3 red.
Hey, pause stop.
Yeah, back of head protection is very crucial. Again, these things move fast, and we don't want to have the same thing that happens with NFL players happening here. So we make sure that not only are the front and the sides of the head protected, but also the back of the head's protected as well. We just don't want, any impact that's going to happen, we want to make sure is cushioned.
I saw blue as well. Play blue. Ready.
All right, looks like it's 9-3. Oh, they're taking it back. Okay. So an 8-4. Michael's done a great job today pulling it out. Jay-Woo with a great win. It's definitely an interesting match of style. Yeah, 4-8.
You missed G-Will and Clayton's match earlier, and they're about to fight each other again.
Oh.
It was 10-9. Clayton came back from a 4-point deficit. And I know G-Will wants to get back at it.
I'm sure he does.
All right. So, for the semifinals.
All right, folks.
Full-on judges. We're going to keep it all in here. And on the live stream, I'm going to have it live scored on the not really right for the YouTube live stream. So if I could have 4 people help out with live judging, can you send a judge? I can. All right, so can you send a judge? And yeah, I want to be on the live stream. I want to talk. talk about this too? Oh, never mind.
I'm first place.
Okay. All right. We got Ruben Gay and Hunter Hacker is the first match of the semifinals.
So do we want to try to reconfigure these to get 2 cameras on?
No, it'll take forever. So what we're gonna do?
Okay, you got
Is,
something ready to go already? Oh, sweet, you got it set up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
All right.
when we go right here, I still want someone on the scoreboard here. I'll get over
Yeah,
here
you
on
need the scoreboard. Yeah.
You need it unbiased. You need it unbiased. It should be unbiased. If you,
All right.
this is where you Clayton.
And Clayton fight each other
Clayton
again.
and
Fair
Hunter.
enough.
Who is it?
All right.
All right, this is gonna be Hunter Hacker and Ruben Gay.
Here you go. I mean, it closes all the way down, so it's tablet
Yeah.
mode, but
Accidentally close it out like that.
it's got it in Edge, yeah. So just go to the web page again.
We did like 12 of them.
Yeah, for real. I like the Mando Core sabers.
Kenny's new one.
All of them. I'm like, there's a bunch of them.
He got one with his name on it.
Oh, we did. Was that just
I think that's what he fights with now.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I need to find his Slayer and walk?
This is Bobby's right here.
He showed me. Yeah. Oh, he never bought a Slayer. That's right. He just had his Ronin. Yeah.
It's Bobby's, but Kenny's doesn't have that.
The ninja wrap on it.
I think this is solid and not dot. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's like that red, white, and blue in a minute.
I do like the keys, the on and off keys also. That makes a big difference for what they're doing. All right. Well, we're set up now, ready to go with the. Yep, this is going to be a good time.
Semifinals. First off, we got Ruben Gay and Hunter Hacker. So you want to keep this up right here. First, let's make
Yeah.
sure we are still on YouTube.
We are, yeah, we're ready to go. All right.
All right, so you just
Yeah, no, it's self-explanatory, yeah. Are we taking away points for simul's at all?
no.
Didn't think so. All right, folks, here we go. First round of the semifinals. We got 2 tall, long power guys. Footwork is crucial at this stage.
Hunter Hacker's from Ohio. Ruben Gay is from Arkansas. All right, so he's giving it to Blue.
Yep.
This is Hunter Hacker. There's an honor call on his end. See how this goes. Looks like they hit him twice. All right. Yes.
All right.
Ooh, that looked like
Wow. You got to figure at this point that, again, fatigue is definitely a factor. But to see those guys be able to spring forward like that, I mean, that's just an amazing bit to be able to do towards the end of a contest like this.
that looked like a blue point.
Blue point.
It is a cursor, and maybe if I hit the mouse pad, I might hit it.
You want to plug my mouse into that?
Because I don't have it'll delay the webcam if I plug one.
Yeah.
All right, that looked like it.
I was thinking the input over here, but. All right. 3-2, folks. 3-2.
Two, still anyone's game. Hunter is doing amazing today. Hunter is from the Ohio state.
Woo! Wow, 4-2. These guys both have reach. They both have power. The question is whose hands and whose feet are going to be the fastest through the rest of the match.
So as we get over here, it looks like that looked like a pretty close glancing type of blue, but I'm not into judging right now. I took myself out of that equation, so I don't feel like that. That looked like a red point.
Yep. So we're sitting at 5-3 now. It's still anybody's match.
Ruben, he won an exotics tournament with a standard saber. All right, there's 2.5 minutes left of this fight. Oh, that looked like a clean red point.
No call, red, no call, not good enough. Ready,
Okay. Looked like red on this end, but I'm not judging. That's blue.
block, no point. Ready, fight.
Oh, that looked like blue in the end, but okay.
Whoa.
Wow, that was definitely.
Blue point.
Wow.
Ready, fight.
That was a red point.
Ready, judges call. Dancing not good enough. Ready, fight. Ready, judges call.
That was a red point.
Red point.
4-6.
Fight.
Minute 22 left.
Ready, judges call. Not good enough. No point. Ready, fight.
That was a red point.
Wow.
Red fighter. Ready, fight. Ready, judges call. Glancing, not good enough. Ready,
1 minute.
fight. There you go. Good shot.
All right, tie game.
Fire. Tied it up. Ready, fight. Yes. Ready. Good shot. Blue point. Ready. What?
I said it was his shot.
Oh, my bad. All right, honor point, my bad. I saw two and no call.
All right.
Sorry.
Last one, eh?
Ready. Fight.
3, last exchange.
Last exchange. Come on, Ruben.
7 red, blue 6.
Don't fall.
All right.
Goes to Ruben Gay.
All right.
We got 8-6.
Yeah, heck of a turnaround there, folks.
It was showing 2 and a no problem.
It's fine. All right, next up we got Clayton Baggett and Ji Woo.
Woo!
All right, so let's reset the score.
Yep.
Set this back up to 5 minutes.
Easy enough.
This was all 3 programs.
All right, here we go.
All right. Hey, Hunter, you are not done yet because you got to fight for 3rd against whoever's playing on here. That was a good fight. I really thought you had it. I had to stress on the webcam. I'm glad I took myself out of the judging. I had to stress on the webcam. I'm glad I took myself out of the judging. Yeah. Let's be a little more quality.
All right, so we got one more match here in the semis, and then we're
All
gonna be.
right, these two were the top 2 in their pools. They were both undefeated until they fought each other, and then it went into overtime, and then Clayton pulled ahead with the 10-9 victory in overtime. This match is anyone's game. These are 2 very similar build fighters. They're very fast. Ji Woo is from Boston, Massachusetts. He has that kendo samurai. Hey, Clayton is just the freaking nature that breakdances and fire spins. We're going to see how this goes. It looks like Ji Woo's going to be the blue fighter. Clayton's going to be the red fighter. I know this is going to confuse the heck out of me, but I'm not judging, so all I'm going to do is just hear points, and we're going to see how this goes.
All right, folks. We're getting close to the very end. Again, fatigue is definitely a factor, but with these guys, you probably won't be able to tell. Fast, tall, and long. These are definitely.
Ready. And let's do this. And
Let's get it on.
All right, timer's going.
Whoa.
Right off the bat.
Blue.
ready. Fight.
Wow. So Clayton definitely going to bring it on the offense. This is definitely his style.
Ooh, I saw red as well.
I saw red too.
Back and forth. These fighters
Yeah.
both want to beat each other really bad. They have a score to settle. It's very interesting to fight. This will be one of the most intense fights that we can think of.
The first time I've seen Jay Wu really trying to play offense in today.
Not good enough. Ready. Fight.
All right, I'm not judging. Ooh, that was a good point from Clayton.
Yeah, I haven't hardly seen Jay Wu come out of his corner like that at all this match. You can tell that Clayton's got him a little bit worried than most people do.
Reset. My bad.
More bats.
Make good shots. Good call. Ready. And fight.
Wow, these guys are definitely, wow,
Tied up, back and forth, 2-2.
wow.
See how this goes. Oh, that was Clayton.
That was solid.
It's just gonna be back and forth.
Yeah,
Clayton 2-5 in the TSL Underground, and it went into the finals of the best 2 out of 3.
Just call. Glancing, no point. Ready. Fight.
you and Clayton have pretty similar styles
yeah,
there,
but
Bobby.
since Clayton got the HEMA jacket, he actually became a lot faster and a lot harder to beat.
Somebody better get him his old jacket.
This is his,
Not good enough. Ready.
This is his new one. Yeah. So I'm saying if he's harder to beat like this, maybe you need to get him his old one back.
no, his old one makes him worse.
Oh,
That's that hockey gear he was wearing. He couldn't move, and now he can move and really show off his whole reach. Oh, nice.
wow.
This is still anyone's match.
It really is.
Left. They're 2 minutes 45. This is. Those look like fingertips, so I'm gonna call anything.
Probably a good no call.
Ooh, that looks like.
Wow.
Oh, okay. It looked like Clayton put him on the arm, but I'm not judging, so we're gonna go ahead and.
A lot of power with these
that
two
looked
guys
like a
too.
Red. Fighter. That's 5. Switch
All right, it's 5-3. Still anyone's game. We got
Really
2 minutes and 10 seconds left. I haven't been this excited to watch a match ever.
Again, fatigue has to be a factor here, but these guys are still moving full speed.
Oh, Clayton knew that missed.
Fight.
Still anyone's match. That is
Call. Glancing. Not good enough.
okay.
Jay Wu definitely got away with one on that one, having a saber down that long. Clayton just couldn't get in there fast enough to capitalize.
They're both keeping distance really well.
They really are.
Jiwoo with his famous overhead strike.
Oh, wow, and he connects. Yeah, wow.
Foul ball.
That was amazing.
Oh, hey. I don't know who I want to win this fight.
Woo. I swear Clayton's going to take off at some point and fly.
A lot of Samuels. 1 minute.
Wow. 1 minute. 1 minute. And it's 5-5.
Ooh, that looked.
Red. Not good enough. Ready. Fight.
Oh, wow.
That was clean.
That was.
8 seconds.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
And Clayton's got to know that it's on the clock now.
I am nervous enough.
Wow. 6-6, 30 seconds left.
All
So do they lay back and just kind of take it easy now, or do they go aggressive, Bobby? I guess aggressive.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Oh! Final exchange! 7-0!
You do the same trick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa! Holy cow! That's a photo finish, man.
Alright.
Woo!
Everybody at home. I don't know what to call that there. Oh
That
my
is a
God.
photo finish,
We
man. That's a
need to
photo finish.
separate that fight and the
Wow.
rest of it. Hopefully
Wow.
this stays on YouTube.
Woo!
Oh my God, I wish I recorded that on
What shirt do you wear? Red, blue, or black?
Alright, so we got Jiwoo has got, alright, so it's 8-7.
Yep.
Alright, so we got one more match for third place. We're going to have Hunter Hacker fighting Jiwoo. And then we're going to get into our final bout with Ruben Gay and Clayton Baggett for the champion.
All right.
Alright, we're going to reset some scores here. We're going to give the fighters just a little bit of break. Hopefully we have no issue on the live stream. Oh, thank God
Nope.
that match had no issue.
None
If
whatsoever.
that had issue on the live stream, it doesn't get much more intense than that, guys.
That was awesome.
That is the goal. I need to mail that to everybody. Everybody's going to get that footage, the FBI, the CIA, the Pentagon, my grandma, that guy.
Put it on a flash drive and send it with Christmas cards.
We're going to send it to everybody because that was probably the highlight of the match. All right, we're going to give Jiwoo just a little bit of a break still.
Yeah, for real.
Because that was a well-deserved break. That was probably the most intense fight I could possibly have imagined.
You did really well.
I really don't know what to say here. I wanted to do a flip, and I don't even do flips.
Go do a flip. You got an open mat right
I
there.
suck at them.
A stunt double.
All right.
Michael will be your stunt double.
G just had the most intense match of his life, so we're gonna do.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
so I mean, like, if you want to take your mask off, go for it.
Yeah, he definitely needs a minute.
That was the highlight of the year.
Did you tell them they fought in the preliminaries?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
and it was pretty much the same result.
Well, that was 10-9.
That was.
A little bit frustrated with mine.
Want to remind everybody the concession stand is still open, so if you need a little something, you can definitely go and grab it while we've got a little intermission here. All right, for those of you guys that are just tuning in, you just missed probably the saber match of easily 2020, if not like ever. It was an amazing fight in the semifinals round. We have Jay Woo from Massachusetts, Boston, and then you have Clayton Baggett right here from Nashville. It went totally down to the wire. It was a last-minute photo finish. Time expiring, Clayton pulled it out just barely at the end with a, I believe it was 8-7 finish. Absolutely amazing bout. Those two were extremely equally matched, both very tall, long, quick but powerful fighters, and you could tell that they, they of course it's not bad blood, but they've definitely, had each other's number, and it was extremely close. And for those of you guys that missed it, really sorry. Definitely go back and rewind once everything's all done. But again, those of you that are just tuning in, you're coming in for our runner-up consolation match for third, and then we're going to be going with our championship round. Super, super, super excited. We've got Grandmaster Kenny Page in there of Saber Strong, who is acting as our primary judge, center judge. Don't know who his four side judges are going to be yet, but he's taking care of business out there, making sure that we've got clean, fair fights. Everybody's having a good time and definitely pushing themselves to the limit. As we've said here recently, fatigue's got to be a factor. These guys have been going all day, which Oh, did we disconnect? Oh, no. Okay, good deal. Again, these guys have been going all day long, and more than likely they were going all day yesterday, or at least yesterday evening as well. So you got to assume that, that they're getting tired. That being said, though, just because they're tired doesn't mean that they're not going to do well. And, that last fight specifically was a great example of, these guys are probably exhausted, but you couldn't tell it while they're on the floor because they're absolutely killing it and doing a great job. So just to run over the rules and everything for what we're looking at now. You cannot take any shots to the crotch or make any that are thrusting into the neck. Also, hits to the fingers don't count, and gentle glancing blows. So if it's just incidental contact that someone's deflected and it just barely touched something on the outside of someone's clothes, those don't count. But everything else is fair and legal. You notice on our fighters that they have a lot of protection. This is not something we recommend trying at home unless you are doing it as part of a Saber program. Because we have all the right gear and things like that to be protected. Leg protection, foot protection, back of head protection, arm protection, chest protection, stomach protection, back protection, neck protection, throat protection, head protection, and even specialized back of head protection that's used in order to make sure that nobody's going to get hurt, and that and if they do, it's just one of those things where it's accidental and it's not because of not protecting themselves. And now, granted, any sporting event, people do get hurt, but we're very fortunate through this round that we haven't had any injuries. Everybody's feeling good. And again, the protection and armor and everything that's why it's there, to make sure that we protect our fighters as best we can and that we're going to have a good time. We start with a timer of 5 minutes. 5 minutes runs all the way down to 0. We don't have any breaks once it starts, and we go to 10 points. So at the end of 5 minutes, if no one's reached 10, we give the high score wins. Yep, we're still running there. We still have, the high score will win whatever it is after 10 minutes, or the first person to 10 will win. So we're getting ready to go here in our consolation match to determine third place. Both of these guys, outstanding fighters. Getting ready to go and be able to really see what these guys have to offer. Again, similar styles, both tall, long, with a good bit of agility and speed, but also power. You got to figure Jay Woo is still a little tired from that last match, so that might be a slight leg up for his opponent. But also at the same time, he just lost a really close fight to Clayton, and he may have something to prove here. So it's going to be interesting to see, who comes out on top to pull in that third place finish.
This is for third place, yes.
Yes. What is it with you and Clayton and foreign girls?
And what?
And foreign girls.
They're better?
No, I'm saying, what is it with the two of you?
Let's do this and fight!
Alright, so we got Hunter, Hacker, and Ji Woo. Hunter's real advantage is that Trey's tired, but. Alright, so.
Alright, Jay Woo is wearing blue, Hunter's wearing red.
Alright. That was
Wow.
that was a big charge. He just went for it.
Yeah. So one thing that's been impressive with Jay Woo is he's been very much on his game. He hasn't really let anybody except Clayton change him up. That said, he's still very versatile and is doing a lot of stuff. He's not just standing still.
Yeah, it's that Kendo background.
Mm-hmm. Woo.
Yeah, tip.
All right. We actually do call time on that, right? Yeah, I thought so. All right. All right, so he's back in action. Every once in a while those suckers do pop off. That's one of the only reasons that we actually would turn the clock off. It took about 5 seconds to turn off last time, so I was just. Woo!
Looks like blue to me, but
What I thought too.
all right.
All right. All right, so we're looking at 3-1 right now, blue to red. Again, you gotta wonder if Jay Woo's got something to prove now that he didn't, now that he lost to Clayton.
So, Ji-Woo apparently has a reputation of coming in 4th place in a lot of these tournaments, and he's trying to break that streak today.
Oh no,
So,
that's a heck of a streak to have.
that is a very heck of a streak to have.
Woo! Wow!
Solid blue
And fast.
and fast.
He
Yep.
just didn't know what hit him that time. I mean, that was just.
I didn't know it hit him either. Just going.
It's 4-1 blue right now, but it still could go either way. Wow.
All right, 2 minutes and 18 seconds left of this match. Jay-Woo is up by 4. There's still a lot of time. We've seen people come back from 4-point deficit earlier.
Oh, yeah,
the first one was
definitely.
in pulls against Ji-Woo and Clayton, just like the last one.
We know he'd like to be sitting in that winner's circle, though. All right, 6-1.
6-1. Ji-Woo got 3rd.
We got a large pool of fighters here, and from lots of different places. So this is definitely a place where you can kind of test your mettle if you're, wanting to get out there.
Okay.
This isn't exactly a
Looks like
small
clean,
tournament.
Wrist shot, but it's all right. Seems like Ji-Woo is going through. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. I think he followed up with the shoulder, but I'm not judging. So,
boy.
minute, 5 seconds left.
So in the early pool rounds, it was something where we had very careful and very careful, very cautious calling as far as the officiating goes, and so it was discussed that during the break that we should look and take the glancing
Blows out.
hits really
More
out,
natural
right?
quality.
So it's one of those where some of the things
That
that
was a blue, no point. Hunter's red.
yep.
Obvious red point. 30 seconds left of this match. It looks like Ji-Woo's going to get a streak off, but especially if they don't do something, Hunter's going to really have to just do a bunch of Hail Marys.
Right. Yeah, all Jiwoo really has to do now is just sit back on defense.
10 seconds.
So 8-2. You still got to give a lot of credit to both of these guys
Hunter got it.
for making it this far into a
Final
tournament.
exchange.
Yeah. and-
All right, Ji-Woo got 3rd place. They're doing this for fun. So
Yep.
I don't see anything but. Okay.
Yep. So you got to give both of these guys a lot of credit for making it this far into a pretty talent-heavy field.
Then we got 3rd place to the Saber Strong Open, and now is for the final match. We got Ruben Gay and Clayton Baggett. Going for the win. This is for all the marbles. Let's just hit reset score right here.
Oh, sure. Right. Cool. Easy enough.
What?
You want to do the raffle before the?
All right.
You want to do the raffle before the final round?
That's a good idea.
He's getting ready.
Well,
He may as
We'll
well.
do them right after. Because the fighters are already in the zone.
All right, folks.
Getting ready. Clayton is over in the end right now. We have seen a huge showing out of the end, and I know Mando Course has been a big sponsor of this tournament. And right before the tournament last night, Jason Hayden and I, we got on our live stream. We talked about who we think has a good chance of winning. Jason actually said Ruben Gay was his pick, and I said Clayton Baggett. So this I don't know if this is fate. I don't know if we put this in the stars, but this is definitely a match that's very cool. And we're gonna make sure that the final match is still streaming. And it looks like we're still good. No issues so far. All right, so we got the Semifinal open.
So keeping in mind, both of these fighters very versatile, very durable. You know, again, they've got to be tired with all the up and down. So fatigue is a factor, but both of them are really killing it right now.
There's another chair over there. If you want to help out.
Okay, cool.
All right, we're going to get this started right here. We got Clayton Baggett and Ruben Gay, two powerhouses that have been dominating through this whole tournament. They have both been undefeated so far. No one.
All right, Tom Victor's going to be ready. Judges ready. Championship match. Here we go. Fighters ready. And let's do this. Fight.
All right, so we have to start right now. Clayton Baggett.
Great. Judges call.
So
Lansing, not good enough.
Clayton's running red here. Ruben running blue.
Great. Judges call. Blue point.
They're all kind of blue right now.
Ready.
Wow.
Fight.
Ruben is blue.
Yep.
Hey.
Wow.
Judges call.
So Clayton's definitely trying to utilize his speed and get out there and, kind of definitely get Ruben off, kind of get him off center a little bit. But Ruben's just standing his ground and, waiting for his spot. Wow.
Myself up by 2 points right now, all of a sudden right off the bat.
I've seen great fighters get taken down by that ridiculously long spaghetti arm attack to the legs.
It looked like actually Clayton got it.
No point, no calling blue. No point. We're split. No point. Ready.
Now, if Clayton can tie the
looks like
score up
Clayton
here,
got
he's
it.
traditionally a second half fighter, so
That's
that would
true.
be a huge advantage to him.
That's true.
It looked like a red fighter.
Thought that was red too.
Red point.
All right,
Ready. Fight.
that's a good fight, Hunter. Hunter's over here as well.
Ready. 1 point. Ready.
We are tied up right now at 2-2.
Here, Bobby, swing it around and interview Hunter there.
Oh, no. See how this goes. It's 3-2. Oh, we're all saying yes.
You got to think all of these matches are 5 minutes, but this one for these two gentlemen has to be feel much longer right now.
There's 2 minutes gone in this match so far. Oh, that looked like Clayton just got hit in the face right there. I know
He didn't make it.
he's really good at adapting to people's fighting stance.
Well, that's why he's a
Ruben
second half
and
fighter.
Clayton are both kind of wild with how they fight. Ooh, look
Wow.
at that. Clayton had the distance.
Both going. Wow. That they gave him, yeah.
Right, Clayton, yes.
Whoa!
Points, which is side.
Wow! That was
Alright,
a
so
bold
it is
move.
5-3. Ruben just went for it. It paid off for him right now. Clayton, I know he's kind of nervous, but let's see. He is a really good adapter for the last end of it. There we go, just like that. That is
Wow.
what we're talking about. See, it's
I don't know.
really
He's
hard
not going to
for-
get it. Oh, he's going to get it. Okay.
It's really hard for things to work on Clayton more than once.
Yeah, you can see Clayton dodging a lot of attacks, kind of foregoing the counterattacks for the time being, feeling out his opponent.
Simon, no point.
Wow.
Hey, fight. Nice, good shot. That's a carry repost. Blue split, no point. Ready, fight.
Shaking up, you got it.
You got it. Hey.
Wow. Did he get that?
They were very much in the way.
All right, next move.
Oh.
Hey, no point. And fight. Hey, just go. Blue fighter. There we go. Hey, fight.
We'll see. Clayton is a good last
Yeah.
bullshitter.
Hey.
That was definitely
Glancing, no blow.
A bit different from what we've been
1
seeing.
minute.
Fight.
Clayton's definitely pressing the attack, but it looks like. What's his name? Woo! Wow. 7 of 4. Ruben's got him. Wow. I saw that as well. Yeah.
40 seconds left. Clayton has to pull some Hail Marys, but it's
40 seconds.
all right. Clayton's doing great.
He is.
Nice. Nice thrust. You call it? All right. Blue point. Ready.
This game point for Blue. It looks like Ruben.
It looks like Ruben's got it in the bag, but you never say never with somebody like Clayton.
That did it right there. That is 10.
Wow. That was something, guys. Wow. Are we like presenting awards and stuff?
Good match from all these fighters. These last semifinal matches,
Are you going to
all
present
the way to
like
finals, were
awards and
super
stuff?
intense.
Okay.
Going any way, back and forth.
Heck of a fight, man.
Oh, no.
Only in the challenge. It doesn't matter. I can switch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know I had an E in it. It was just J-I in the challenge. I think it was just J-I.
That was a pretty awesome last match there, guys. That was something else. Really impressive all the way around. Everybody.
Last call for tickets for Baby Yoda. That's way more important than what you just saw.
Depends on who you ask.
Hey, G.
Last call. Shadow touch on shadow scene. Set right. Mando's got a charity going. Let's make sure. Give it up for Jason.
Oh, those are gorgeous. Oh man, those sabers are gorgeous. I love them.
Real fast. Do you want to put in $10 for a raffle for it?
Nah,
All right. All right.
not
Well,
today.
We are finishing our live stream. We might come back just a little bit soon
For this here,
the finals, just to go how it's going to go.
maybe I will.
But
Fucking.
log it out.
I would build it, maybe.
Great tournament.